Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 episode number 2 reaction. The previous episode we got to see the beginning of a whole new section of the story. This is the past for Gojo and Geto and all the other characters that we've seen, Utahime, Mei, and everyone. So this is their story and a little bit of their past. So what happens is we get to see them actually getting involved in at first we're introduced to them, like everyone, and then we get to see them involved in like a certain mission where they're saying how Tengen wants them to get one girl. I don't remember if they mentioned her name, but to get one girl and kind of act as her bodyguards because she will be like the vessel for Tengen or something like that, and so literally like save her, kind of protect her, and then help, and then after we protect her, by the end of it we'll actually be eliminating her. So that is like the whole mission. So that is like the main thing. So we go, Geto and Gojo goes to act as a bodyguard of this particular person. However, some other groups try to come and attack her, and get, I think, who was it? I think Geto was the one who, yeah, Geto was the one who like saved the girl, while Gojo takes care of the assailants, and that is what happened, and that is how it ended. So let us see what happens in this episode. I'm really liking the direction this is taking because I really want to see more of Gojo and his story, and let's see how this goes. So yeah, let us get started with this episode now. Right, I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh. Okay, let's see. All right, having some tea. What the? What's that noise? Oh wow, he captured him. Damn! Yeah. Wow. Wow, he's like, I go home and be a farmer. Yeah. Who? Yeah, I'm sure Gojo is taking care of him. Is this Baya son? Ah! Yeah, so you better go back to farming, or. Oh wow, the whole organization just got disbanded. Now there's only one organization left that we have to take care of. That one that worships Tengen. Oh, and this dude as well. Fushiguro? Where the hell is this violin? Wait, he's he's betting? Agent. Eldest son of Gojo family. Yeah, Q. Yeah? Will you win this? So, oh, okay. Saucer killer. There you go. Right. So, what is their relationship? Is it like his uncle, his brother? I don't think he's his father. Is he? Oh, okay. So he doesn't remember. Right. All right, another thing. I realized reading the comments, I didn't understand, like, I didn't recognize this girl. This is Shoko, like that doctor. Yeah, like, now I can see it, like, now that I know, I'm like, oh yeah, she does remind me of her. However, her long hair and her eye bags, in the first season, didn't make me realize that this is her. And I didn't remember her name because we don't really see her that much. First few episodes we kind of see her in season 1. So yeah. And it's interesting to see how her personality was so different here. Like she's a lot more goofy here than season 1 and everything. Hmm. Reverse cursor. Oh wow. Oh my god. Hello there. Oh boy, she's gonna slap him, I feel like. Yeah, I knew it! Nah. Oh wow. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Kuroi. Whoa. What the hell is that? Oh, it's ghettos. Yeah. Yeah. Is that like a ride or something? Okay. So, okay. Her way of speaking is that, so she's pretty okay with this. I don't think that's how it works. Right. I I was like, she's talking in that like like that archaic way. Oh, her attendance. She probably has full attendance. Oh, I see. Damn, this pool is dirty. What the hell? Wait. Yeah, it's like her final. Yeah. Hmm. True. Oh. Oh, really? Yeah. Hmm. What's happening? Whoa. Wait. Wait, what? Still he's watching like horse races. Right. Economy integrity. Oh boy. Hmm. Okay. Oh. Okay. Right. Oh my god. It's still. Wait, is this Dio's voice? Oh. Hmm. Ooh. Is he winning? Five. Damn. Oh. Yeah. Lost again. Ugh. Whoa. Right. What the? Who? Is this a janitor? Whoa. Damn, he got it right. Hmm. Oh wow, you're underestimating him. Oh boy. No. Yeah. Oh boy. He's overanalyzing him. Yeah. True. Damn. You're still analyzing this? Damn. Did did he get him? I don't think so. Damn, this old man is. Yo! What? What the hell is happening here? Wait, is he like in some kind of a hallucination? Yeah. Wait, is his life flashing before his eyes? Oh. Yeah, that's exactly. His life is flashing before his eyes. Wait, was that oh, that was an illusion. Okay, okay. I thought his life was flashing in front of his eyes or something. True. Hmm. Oh no. Wait, where's the stu? Oh, they're supposed to be in the church, isn't it? Okay. Is are they here? Yes. Okay. Wait, where is she? Is she here? Yeah, there she is. Cousin. Yes. This is literally the whole fandom whenever goes or does something. Oh, yeah. You guys are kids. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. He grabbed her like a suitcase. Oh no. Who who the hell is this? Yeah. Oh damn. She has a broom with her. Wait, is she also a sorcerer or something? Okay. Damn. Oh yo. She has some moves. Oh no. Oh wait. Oh, it's ghetto. Okay. Yeah. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Damn. Limited time bounty. Okay, that's why. Oh, there you go. Whoa, there we go. Nice. Well, this is Satoru, so it's a clone. Okay, okay. Damn. Well, you cannot touch him. Yeah, exactly. Achilles and the tortoise? Okay, okay. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Wow, that's an interesting, yeah, trick. Because it's you. Damn. Yep. That's like such a crazy power. Negative one apple. Yeah, it sucks in. Hmm. He's like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't mess with him. Okay. Oh yeah, wait. Got him. Divergence of infinity. Okay, he did this in season one as well. The red and the blue. Wait, did not work. Oh no, he didn't do it. I did. So he cannot use it. Like he obviously in season one we see him use it, but this is before that. So he hasn't really gotten a grasp of it. What? Wait, what? Wait, Geto was there. How is that possible? Hmm. Okay, that's it. Right. So yeah, this is episode number 2 of season 2. So at first we get to see Geto making tea. Like you definitely need your tea in a situation like that. Well, he goes and sits down, and he has already captured this guy who tried to attack them from the queue. And like his cursor, his technique he's using to bring out those curses. And he's like, this guy's like please leave me alone, just leave me. I'll leave. I don't want to mess with you guys. I'll what's better, I'll even leave the organization. I'll become a farmer. So just let him leave me alone. I don't know what happened in the middle. He's kind of got a little bit pissed off when Geto was acting as if he couldn't hear him. And he's like, oh, like our what was the name, that guy, Bayer, yeah. He's like, oh, we have our Mr. Bayer is there. He'll take care of those situations. Like I don't know what happened. Suddenly he kind of got a sudden boost of confidence. Like even though a few moments ago he was talking about being a farmer, he's like, he's gonna take care of you guys. And then Gojo called them and video called them, which is better. Oh no, sorry, he just snapped a picture and sent it to them. Whatever, it's the same thing. And he's like, oh, look at this. And you see that Mr. Bayer has been defeated. So yeah, he's like, alright, you know what? Yeah, maybe farming is good. I'll be a farmer. So Q's strongest combatant Bayer left and caused disintegration of the organization. So wow, in a matter of 2 seconds, Q is destroyed completely. So there you go. Now, while all of this is happening, you can see Fushiguro doing like a boat racing, like betting on them. And in comes this dude. I don't remember his name. I think they mentioned his name. I just forgot. This guy. And he's like, oh, what the hell are you doing here? Like, don't you have work to do? You're just doing these stuff. Right. Okay. You know what? I need to check something. Is this guy voice acted by Dio's voice actor? I'm pretty sure that's it. Let me check. Fushiguro. But there's two Fushigoros. But let me check. Just a minute. Fushiguro. Right. Here he is. Let me check. Japanese voice. Takehito Koyasu. Okay. Takehito Koyasu. A minute. Let me check. Is it? Oh, probably not. I don't think so. Wait. Oh no, he is. Okay, there you go. Dio Brando. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Dio's voice actor. I'm like, where? Like this voice is so familiar. I'm like, where is it from? And then I'm like, yeah, it's Dio. Dio has a little bit more, I guess you could say, Dio's voice is a lot more, I guess you could say, impactful. That's why I wasn't properly able to pinpoint. I was like, it is sounding like Dio, but I'm not really sure if it's Dio. But then Dio does it a little bit more in a way more, a bit more oomph to it. He gives it the voice in Dio's voice, while this is a little bit more chill. So you see how Dio talks. He's like just his whole expression, the way he does stuff. So yeah, this is a little bit more chiller than Dio. That's why I wasn't able to properly pinpoint. I'm like, is this Dio? It sounds like him, but I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, he's like, okay, so now I need to read this part because there's a few things he talks about which at that moment while reacting I didn't properly was able to understand. Let me check. A few things went over my head here. I need to check again. Okay. So this guy, the other guy, he says I have an obligation to report your work performance to the client. Right. Fushiguro says that guy is the eldest son of the Gojo family. I couldn't do anything to him if I ran over there without a plan, which is true. So, we need to send a few idiots to weaken him first. And that's what he's waiting for. Right. So, he says that the other guy says, like, what were you thinking? You actually paid the full deposit. He says, I wanted to weaken him. Don't have to worry. I'll make all the money back. There you go. So, right, so 30 million, I think he paid them. Right, just a minute. All right, he lost the race, and then he says, okay, his name is Sorcerer Killer. I guess his alias that he goes with. Now he asks him about is Megumi doing with it, and he's like, "Who is that? I don't know." Obviously, I don't think he doesn't know or does. I'm pretty sure he does know, but he's not really saying. I still don't know who, like in relation to Megumi, who is he? Is he like his brother, his uncle, his father? What? Who is he? I don't know, but I'm sure we'll get to know. Now, okay. So wait. So as far as I can understand, he put a bounty up. I'm guessing with that money that he got from him, and he's like, oh, I'll earn all of them back, like, because he knows that no way can anyone defeat Gojo and like Geto without any plans. So he's like, yeah, I've put this bounty on, but no one will be able to defeat them, so the money will still be there, and then I can just, after they get weakened, I can just swoop in and get the girl. So yeah, he's basically, like, as he said, like, using these people as like characters who just wear down Gojo and Geto, and then a perfect opportunity, he'll go and get the girl. So that is his plan, I think. Right. So after that, you see that. Okay. So, okay, what is this girl's name? Riko? I think that's his name. Her name. Just a minute. So she gets up. Like Gojo was carrying her, so she just slaps him. I knew she was gonna slap him. And he's thinking like these guys are like the kidnappers or something. So Riko, yeah, that's her name. So Geto kind of calms her down, and he's like, "Oh, we're not the ones who attacked you." And you can see she has this way of speaking, this archaic way of speaking. Like characters do that, especially like like characters who are like gods, goddesses, or like demons, and like sometimes people who are like from the older generation, they like like have like a royalty to them, kind of like this they talk, like warawa, washi, like this way. She's talking, I think it's called the archaic way of speaking, and she does that, and they're like, do you do this in school as well? And she's like, obviously not, I talk normally there. All right. So later on we see Kuro. What was her name? Kuroi or Kuromi? Wait a minute. Just a minute. Let me check her name. Her caretaker. Kuroi. That's her name. So she's riding Geto's cursed, or like like a monster. And she's like, "What the hell are you riding?" Now, okay, so he kind of explains, I can control the cursed spirits I have absorbed. That's what he does, and that is like her Geto's power. So Gojo's like, what the hell, this kid is very aggressive, like what's going on here? And you can see, now here's the thing which I was surprised about. She actually is very, very, like, I guess you could say, excited and very eager to become Tengen's vessel, because she's like I actually thought she would be like sad, depressed, or maybe like she would be angry that, oh, why do I have to do this? Like, I'm like, because usually that is how it goes. She's actually pretty proud. She's like, oh, I am Master Tengen, like some fools confuse merging with death like you. Yeah, that's the thing. So she's not looking at this as a death. She's thinking like, she's like, oh, this is just merging. I'll become him and he'll become me. He says it's a huge mistake. Merging will make me become Master Tengen, but Master Tengen will also become me. Now, I don't know what she thinks about this. Like, she says that, yeah, like he'll become me and I'll become him. However, like, I'm pretty sure she has thought about it. But what about will? Whose will be predominant, or will it like just be like a mixture of both the wills, or will one of the wills get suppressed? Like, what will that be? Or will both Tengen's and her will like merge to become like a completely new will? Like, by will I'm trying to like mean like who will be like the personality, like like, because at the end of the day, I believe like what defines a person is their brain and their personality, their soul, and their like like their will, as I said. Like that is what makes a person, like if you take someone's will, personality, and their soul and transfer it to like something else, like yeah, you're just changing vessels. If your will and your like brain and your soul kind of works normally, then you can literally transform you to someone, to another person as well. It wouldn't matter, because you will be predominant in that and you will be you. So that is the main thing. Like like the body that we have, that's just a vessel. That's how I see it. Like I don't know if there's like, it is like a what can I say, there was like a short story I used to hear, like I think like it's like one of the like like stories that we used, like those moral filled stories or something like that. I used to remember like in my childhood, like hearing about it. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but there was like a little story where they said like there is a person, and there was like that person's wife, and this person somehow, I don't know, I don't remember the details of it, but they like said how this person had been decapitated, and his head was taken and put in another person's body, while his body, another head was put on that. And then they asked the wife, which one is your husband? And the wife was like, oh, the person with the head on, because that is the main thing, the brain. The body is just a vessel, like it might change, but that is where everything is. So she chose the one with the head, like that kind of thing. Like, so she thinks like it's going to be like a merger, both their wills will merge, and I don't know what she thinks about that, and I don't even know what is going to happen. Will they actually like merge completely, or will one of them be predominant over the other, or will one of the like wills be completely wiped out? If one of the wills get wiped out, it'll probably be hers. I don't see Tengen's will getting wiped out. It's definitely be her. She'll get the short end of the stick in either way. But she doesn't think of it like that, which kind of made me surprised. I was like, okay, so that's interesting. She's actually pretty happy about this. But like I said, who knows? Maybe she's just making it seem that she is happy. Maybe deep down inside she's afraid and she doesn't want to do this. But like we just met her for the first time today in this episode, and a little bit in the previous episode. So let's wait and see where this goes, and we'll get more context and more information about her, and we'll understand her more deeply, I guess, as we get to know more about her. Either way, so here she suddenly realized that she has to go to school, and she's like, oh, I need to go to school now. Obviously Gojo's like why are you guys doing this, like school now in this situation, but here yeah, like I think like he calls Yaga, and Yaga says like, oh, like yeah, I can understand your situation, you're like like your what's that word, your argument. However, Lord Tengen himself said this, like to let her do whatever she wants. He wants to fulfill her requests, and oh yeah, you have to do that. So yeah, obviously I can understand that, and even oh god, I just forgot her name. I just saw her name. The Kirio? No, what was her name? Just a minute. Kuroi. Oh, sorry. Right. So yeah, she even she said like after that, even like she said that, can you please like let her do what she wants, because she'll never see her friends again after that. So she just wants to have a little bit, of her personal time in this whole thing. And she says like she lost her family after the accident, so she doesn't have any family. I take care of her from that point onwards. And Geto says like, oh, but that would mean that you are her family. Right, so obviously like you can see that Gojo's like, all right, fine. Now this is kind of interesting, because I can see one thing, how Gojo changed later on in season 1. In season 1, he became a lot more, I guess you could say, accepting of a lot of things. Like you can see here, his standpoints and his viewpoints are a lot different than season 1 Gojo. Few things I kind of noticed in the first episode of this season, you can see how Gojo is way more free-spirited than he ever is in season 1. Here in season 2, in the prequel, this is like I guess you could say like a little prequel, like thing we are seeing. Here we can see how free spirited he is. You remember in the previous episode where he said something about how strength, like, like, why should we, like, care about people who doesn't have strength, or something like that, along those lines he kind of said, I remember, you know. And then here as well, you can see he's like, so, like, oh, like, why do we need to care about school, like, like, yeah. And then when Yaga said that, oh no, you should listen to her, whatever she says, he's very reluctant, but he's like, all right, fine, whatever, like, you can see, like, like, him being like this is a, like, huge different than in season 1 Gojo that we've seen. In season 1, he has, like, I think he has changed a lot. He has become way more, I guess you could say, tolerant, a lot more softer, you could say, a lot more caring, and like it feels like he and he's a lot more responsible, even though it's weird to say, like, responsible, because Gojo in no way is, like, it's a lot of, like, irresponsible in a lot of other things, but compared to this, you can see how much more responsible he is in season 1. And he, like, I guess you could say he's more empathetic. Yeah, empathetic, that's the correct word. Like, yeah, that's the perfect word to display it. Season 1 Gojo seems a lot more empathetic than this Gojo. And I'm guessing we're going to see why he changed like that. But I guess, like, maturity changes you in a lot of ways. And he's, like, here obviously he's a lot younger than he was. So yeah, I'm sure, like, experiences and, like, like, maturity probably changed him. And we're going to see that. But he's a lot more free-spirited here, while in season 1 he's a lot more empathetic. So yeah, that's interesting to see. Right, now after that, you can see, like, Geto is suddenly like, oh, so I can feel something, like those shikigamis that I not shikigami, sorry, the cursed, like, like, the ones that I sent, they suddenly got, I think, like, they got destroyed or something. So he's like, let's go. Now you can see Fushiguro here is still watching a race, and now here you can see this one guy kind of, like, checking out the bounty board or whatever. And here we go, Riko Amanai Integrated Girls School, regardless of life and death. Okay, there's a timer, 7:40 55 seconds. Wait, how much is the bounty? Wait, 25,000, or was it 2,500? Oh no, there's, like, wait, 1 2 3, yeah, oh 2 million, yeah, 2,050,000. No, wait, oh sorry, 250,000, sorry, what am I saying? 250,000, I think so. They don't really show the whole thing, but it's 250,000, I guess. Oh, dollars written there, dollar. So that is, like, the bounty. And so what Fushiguro did is literally get the money and just put it on a bounty board. And he's like, oh, they're obviously not going to be able to defeat Gojo, but they'll be able to wear him out. And then obviously they won't be able to get the money if they don't do the job. And then I'll swoop in and get them, and I'll also, like, withdraw the money back with me. So something like that he plans. It's a good plan, like, because, like, and he can make this plan use, because he knows that in no way someone will be able to defeat Gojo, and he has full confidence in that. So yeah, and he himself also knows his limitations, so that is why, like, yeah, if I go forward without any plan, I won't be able to defeat them. So he's like, oh, this is how I'm going to do it. Right, so you can see, like, these three are, like, running in the school that they're trying to go into and save Riko, and they like, they kind of split off. Like, Geto goes to take care of the cursed spirits, while Gojo and Kuroi, I think that's her name, I'm again forgetting her name, both of them go off to see, like, protect Riko. Now so here we go, phone call comes to Fushiguro, and Fushiguro here, okay, I'm going to read this section. He says, what, they didn't return to high school? Lucky. Now the people who get lured by the bounty will become acceptable fools. Okay, so he's like, is it okay? The bounty was paid with a deposit of 30 million yen from Star Village's group. There you go. So, right, so, okay, so I saw, like, 30 million, wasn't it, like, Oh, from that. Okay, so he didn't put the whole thing. The bounty was paid with a deposit of 30 million yen from star religious groups. Uh, if the star plasma vessel is killed, your deposit will be gone. If there's a slight mistake, you might not even get the reward. They might think they have put out the bounty rather directly, they should have put out the bounty rather directly than commissioning you. All right, interesting. Okay, I understand what is happening here. Wait, let me read that again. If the star plasma vessel is killed, your deposit will be gone. If there's a slight mistake, you might not even get the reward. Right. So wait. So I'm guessing the what was the name again? The Star Religious Group. Yeah. So the Star Religious Group is the client here. I see. So they're the one who hired them and gave them like 30 million. And that is why this guy is like, oh, if the star plasma vessel is killed, obviously your deposit will be gone, and they'll probably think like, why did we even hire you? We could have directly put on a bounty just like you did. So yeah, and he says like, don't worry, don't forget that Satoru Gojo is over there on that side. For the first time in 100 years, the 6 eyes paired with limitless curse techniques, which is Geto. As long as he's there, no one can kill the star plasma vessel. And they're like, oh, you as well? And he's like, right. So there you go. So that's the whole situation. This is what he did. Okay, so right, I wasn't able to properly pay attention because a lot of things were happening. So you can see in the ticket, I think he chose number 6. I thought it was 5 because the left part was written 5, but now I see like in the right part it's written 6. So his boat was number 6, I think. I don't know. Anyways, so he's like, oh, okay. Anyways, within the 47 hours before the bounty deadline, let the fools wear down Goto and Jutsu Sorcerer. There you go. And then I'll get it back. And he just bumps into this random dude, and obviously this dude is pissed off. He's like, the hell are you doing? Come here. And he comes and like looks at him like this, and he's like, oh, okay, like whatever. And then he just leaves. Right, he gets some tea, I'm guessing. So, over from on the other side, they're saying, luckily we set a time limit. Recruiting curse users don't take much effort. He says like, it's not just that. It's about my perspective. Right, so yeah, so he's like, I'm going to go there very quick, and then he lost, I think, the race again, and he's just like, cut the signal, cuts it off, and yeah. So yeah, that is his plan. He hired these people so that they wear them out, and then he's just going to go in and do the job. Smart plan, like, yeah. Right, so Geto comes in, and there's this dude, whatever his name is, and right, and he's like this grandpa. At first I thought he's like this the janitor or something, I thought, but then he like gets up and he's like, oh, you are like like he also has like some what do you call them, some curse techniques, you can see. Right, so he starts analyzing Geto, and he's like, oh, you can manipulate curses, curse spirit manipulation. And he's like, oh, like, the longer you live, the more you spend, and the more you understand. And he's like analyzing this whole thing, like, like that. One after the other, he's like, oh, he must be weak in close combat, like, it'll be a piece of cake to get him from close combat, he's using the Shikigami, and he's like behind them. That would mean he doesn't usually go fight directly, which would mean like he's like making all these like, things. And Geto's like, you done? Like, and Geto takes out this big one, and it goes towards him, and he's like, what, did he release those two at the beginning to throw me off the attack? Anyways, so yeah, so it's funny how like this whole battle was like, oh, I tricked you, and then the other one is like, no, I tricked your trick, and then he's like, no, I tricked you over that. Basically that, because first Geto used that big curse, and he's like, oh, I didn't expect that. he almost gets like, and it seems like he's got eaten, and then Geto realizes that he comes from the side, breaks in, and he's like, there you go, like I had a counter plan to your plan. And he's like, oh, I'm going to get Geto now from close combat. But then he suddenly gets into an illusion. So Geto had another counter plan to that counter plan. So basically that. And so yeah, he gets in and he suddenly sees his dog, his dead dog. And he's like, oh, you're back. And he's like, like in the illusion, kind of looking at his past. And he's like, my parents only wanted to invest money at my talented younger brother. Nobody cared about me. I only, I had this power of looking at these curses. So people thought I was weird. Nobody loved me, but you did. You were my friend. But then, unfortunately, you passed away. And then he's like, wait a minute. You passed away? And then he realizes that he's an illusion. And you know what was funny? I thought actually he was like getting those life flashes before those eyes moments. I thought that was what was happening. No, but this was a genuine illusion that Geto's cast. So Geto, starts attacking, few moments he just knocks him out. And he's like, oh, this is an illusion. And he's like, yep, this is an illusion. You've been trying to get close to me, right? And I exactly use that against you. And then he's like, where are you from? Are you from Q or the Star Religious group? Right. So after that, you can see that Kuroi and Gojo, they're going to get her back, Riko back, and he opens the door, Gojo of the cathedral, and he's like, "Is wait, what was her last name? Just a minute. Amanai, yeah. Is Amanai Riko here?" And everyone just stops, and Riko's like, "Why are you here? I told you not to come." And all the girls are freaking out, and they're like, what is this? Who is this? They're like, oh, open your, take out your sunglasses. And the teacher's like, guys, keep quiet. Like, what are you doing? Be more disciplined. And she goes and gives Gojo a a piece of paper, and she's like, oh, here's my number. Right. Anyways, taking that opportunity, Gojo grabs Riko and runs off. I love how he grabs her like a suitcase like this. Right. So you can see this guy with a grocery bag on his head. He's looking at this situation, and in comes Kuroi, and she's like, oh, you're the one who's trying to harm Riko, aren't you? And this guy's like, oh, you look like an amateur. And she just goes in, and what she did was she used her techniques. It wasn't really strength or anything. She just used her superior techniques to get him. So what she does is gets in, grabs a stick, tries to hit him. He covers himself, parries it, tries to punch her. She dodges it, uses the broom to kind of break it in his hand, and kind of throws the broom like this, and kind of gets him in a hold like this. His hand through here, and the broom over like this, and kind of kind of moves it like this, and hits him in the crotch. Yeah. You know what? I've always thought, in these type of situations, just hit the crotch. It all works out. I've seen a few anime characters actually do that, but not many characters do that. And you know what? It is also not easy to remember that in a fight, one of the best things you can do if you realize your enemy is too strong is just hit the crotch. Works every time. You'll caught the other person off guard as well. Most of the time, But either way, he just falls down, and Geto comes in and grabs him with the cursed, in the cursed spirit, the hands. Right. So you can see, Gojo, he gets a call and talks with Gojo. Now, here, this guy, the grocery bag guy, he said, so that was indeed the bounty for 30 million yen. So there you go. So you can see that he at first was kind of skeptical. He's like, is this really a 30 million yen bounty? And then now he's like, oh, so yeah, that was legitimate. So this is a real thing. Right. So yeah, that's good. And he got his confirmation. And he just like blends in like a kind of just like and Kuro is like is he a Shikigami? And he's like no, not technically a Shikigami, but yeah. So you can see like Gojo has been surrounded with these grocery people, like grocery bag these guys, and again Riko also made the same mistake, and she's like, are they Shikigamis? And Gojo's like, no, they're actually clones. Now, right, so Gojo starts fighting, and he just grabs like Riko and just throws her up, and then starts fighting. Gojo kind of like just attracts two of them and like hits them together. Then these two comes and tries to attack Gojo, but he never gets close to them to Gojo because Gojo's technique. Right. So Gojo also deciphers what he's doing. So literally, it's not that one body is the main body. He's literally jumping from one body to another. Whenever one body is in danger, he jumps to the other one. That's the way. So it's a little bit more tricky than usual clones, So clones cannot be summoned temporarily after they are destroyed. So yeah, he's like, so this dude now in front of us is the actual real deal. So he's like, how do you know my cursor technique? And Gojo's like, oh, because I have good eyes, And right, so he kind of explains his technique again over here. He says it's a convergence of an infinite series. Things getting closer to me will be slowed down gradually. And they will never touch me. And I remember being so surprised, like realizing, like understanding what his power is in season 1, because his power is actually it's a very technical power. It's a very tricky power. However, it's very powerful if you think about it. Like, if you go slower and slower, the more you get closer to him, you'll never reach him. So that's why it's infinite. And like I said, this really reminded me of that one stand power from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure of the Green Baby, where it's kind of like this, where like the more closer you go to the baby, the more smaller you get, so you never really get close to the baby. And it's kind of the same. And these type of powers are actually like crazy OP. Like, what do you even do in this situation? You'll get slower and slower the closer you get to him, unless and until you like stop him in like some kind of a like a place where he cannot use his power. Unless and until you seal his power, you literally cannot do anything to him. That is how OP this guy is. And I think like that is why in the first season they kind of tried to do that, where I think, who was it that, oh, it was Jogo, wasn't it? Yeah, who trapped him in a domain and tried to be like, oh, like like all my attacks will hit now, because like in domains attacks actually hit. It gets like 100% hit rate or whatever, I don't know. So yeah, like, so the power of Gojo, which is literally like, oh, you try to get me, you'll never be able to, because you'll get slower and slower the more you try to get to me. Inside a domain, Jogo thought that it might work, because like 100% hit rate inside a domain. That's what he tried to do, but Gojo just completely flipped it back towards him. So yeah, like, unless until it's a situation like that, you cannot touch Gojo. He's literally untouchable. Like, probably one of the most broken powers I've ever seen. Like, yeah, and that is why most of the time, whenever like things go crazy and situations, to make the situation more, I guess you could say, tensed and tenseful, they always somehow like just always whenever bad things happen, Gojo is always not there, because if he's there, he'll literally tackle the situation and immediately solve it. So he always is out somewhere whenever like in season 1 all those stuff happened. Gojo was out, and the final section where he was there, they literally made a wheel so that he cannot get in it. Again, keeping him out of the whole situation up until the end, because it's very difficult to have a character like Gojo in one of the anime or manga who's not a main character. Like, Gojo's not a main character here, obviously. It's Yuji and his group, but having a character like Gojo, like him being so powerful, they need to make the situation tense so that Yuji can develop. But if Gojo's there, he'll never be able to develop, because Gojo will take care of everything. So that's why they always keep him away in these type of situations. Anyways, I went on a tangent. But yeah, like, his power is literally one of the most broken things ever. And yeah, so he says that after my power gets reinforced, it becomes limitless. You could say it's a negative natural number. It creates a fictional situation like a -1 apple. Yeah, like a vacuum. It creates a vacuum, and that's why it can achieve the vacuum reaction right now. But it's quite inconvenient to use. One cannot make too much reaction around myself. Yeah, because that's what happened in the first episode where Utahime was like trying to get out of that place and it all. And if you have to worry about directionality, controlling cursor energy is a pain in the neck. Simply put, it's exhausting. And he just tries to go over and kind of trick him, but you can see Gojo's like, alright, what I explained about is about cursor techniques lapse. And then he says, reversal, okay. Just a minute. What did he call it? Just a minute. He breaks the, glass, and he says, he gets him. This is the divergence of infinity. Cursed technique reversal. Red. And okay, so I'm still not 100% sure what this power is. He did use this in season 1 as well, the red and the blue, as far as I can remember. But you can see he's not really able to do it properly here. He tried to do it, but it didn't work. At first I thought like, oh, he just scared him, but then he said, oh, it didn't work. Haha. There you go. Like poked his eyes out or something. What did he do? Just a minute, let me check. Oh no, he just punched him. Okay. And he's like, oh, I failed. Anyways, right. So, okay, so here Rico gets a call or a picture, and she says like, oh, what do I do? Look, Kuroi has been kidnapped. And right, okay, I don't understand this part. How did this happen? Geto was there with her. Like, I don't see anyone defeating Geto that easily, but okay. But I guess Geto did kind of... No, wait. Oh no, Geto was there. However, Geto was at a distance. He was fighting that guy. Gojo was there with her. And then Gojo kind of kind of went in... No, Geto was... Wait a minute. Wait. Yeah, Geto did come then after that. He came in and stopped that guy. That grocery guy. Using the hands and called Gojo. Yeah, he was there, literally there with her. So yeah, I do wonder what happened. Yeah, next episode will explain it to us probably. Either way, that was it. That was my reaction to episode number 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next week with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.